The story begins with a paleontologist named Jake, who heads into the wilderness with his nephew Ricky and his niece Jade to search for dinosaur fossils. Jade is excited about the adventure, but Ricky couldn't care less. He's only there because his parents are out of town. Jake hands Ricky a fossilized dinosaur tooth and says, "This belonged to a Gorgosaurus." Jade is fascinated, but Ricky isn't impressed. Instead of joining them, he stays behind near the truck. A strange bird suddenly lands beside him. To Ricky's surprise, it starts talking. The bird introduces himself as Alex, a prehistoric bird, and tells Ricky that every fossil has a story. He says this tooth holds an incredible one. As Ricky picks up the fossil tooth, Alex explains that it can open a window into the past, allowing him to witness a time when dinosaurs ruled the earth. Moments later, Alex transforms into his ancient ancestor, Alexornis, and flies away. The story then takes us back 70 million years, to the final days of the late Cretaceous period. Alex is busy picking scraps of food from a dinosaur's mouth when the giant suddenly snaps at him, forcing him to fly away. He then explains that this isn't his story. It's the story of his best friend Patchy. Patchy is a newborn Pachyrhinosaurus who has only been out of his egg for a few days. His mother returns with food for the family since Pachyrhinosaurs are herbivores, but Patchy is the smallest of his siblings, so everyone else gets to eat first. Too impatient to wait, Patchy climbs out of the nest and happily starts munching on leftover plants with Alex. Suddenly, a hungry Troodon attacks and carries Patchy away. Just before it's too late, Patchy's father, Bulldust, charges in and drives the predator away, saving his son. Patchy survives, but the attack leaves a permanent hole in the frill on his head. After falling deep into the forest, Patchy finds himself completely alone. While exploring, he spots a massive Ankylosaurus. Thinking the giant might be dangerous, he quietly backs away. As he leaves the forest, he gets his very first look at the incredible prehistoric world around him. Dinosaurs are everywhere. Soon he notices 3 Hesperonychus dinosaurs bullying a small animal. Patchy bravely tries to stop them, but they immediately turn their attention toward him. Just before they attack, his mother rushes in and scares them away. Safe once again, Patchy returns home, ending the first big adventure of his life. As time passes, Patchy grows older. Wanting to be as strong as his brother Scowler, he tries knocking down a small tree to reach its leaves, but he isn't strong enough yet. By now, the hole in Patchy's frill has become much more noticeable. One day, he watches his father, Bulldust, the leader of the herd, battle another Pachyrhinosaurus named Major, who challenges him for leadership. Despite Major's efforts, Bulldust easily wins the fight. Later, while chasing butterflies, Patchy wanders to the edge of a waterfall. There, he meets a young female Pachyrhinosaurus from another herd named Juniper. Instead of laughing at the hole in his frill, she thinks it makes him unique. The two quickly become friends, but their time together is cut short when Juniper's mother arrives and takes her away. Their herd has a strict rule: members are never allowed to mix with other herds. The next day, Patchy returns to the waterfall hoping to see Juniper again. She never shows up. Still, he doesn't give up. For an entire week, he comes back every single day, believing she'll return. Finally, Alex tells him the truth. Juniper's herd has already begun migrating south. Summer is ending, food is becoming scarce, and animals across the region are starting their long journey south. Eager to see Juniper again, Patchy keeps asking his mother when their herd will leave. At last, Bulldust gives the signal, and the entire herd begins its long migration toward the south. Alex continues traveling on Patchy's back during the migration. For Alex, it's the perfect arrangement. He gets easy meals by eating the insects off Patchy's skin, and for Patchy, no more annoying bugs. Together, they journey deeper into what we now know as Alaska's interior. But suddenly, the weather turns. A massive storm rolls in, thunder cracks across the sky, and lightning strikes the forest, igniting a raging wildfire. Within moments, flames swallow the trees. The entire forest is burning. Bulldust quickly signals the herd to run. Smoke fills the air. The ground trembles beneath panicked footsteps. Patchy is terrified, and he has no idea that his life is about to change forever. Bulldust leads his family toward open land, but outside the burning forest, predators are waiting. Gorgosaurus, powerful, patient, hungry. Seeing them, Bulldust turns the herd in another direction, but in the chaos, Patchy and his brother Scowler get separated and fall behind. Bulldust rushes back to save them, but in doing so, Patchy's mother becomes separated from the group. Suddenly, multiple Gorgosaurus surround them. Patchy's mother calls out desperately to Bulldust. He charges toward her, but now Patchy and Scowler are alone again, and one massive Gorgosaurus begins stalking them. Just as it's about to strike, Bulldust steps in and confronts the predator head-on. The battle is fierce. but the Gorgosaurus is stronger. Right before Patchy and Scowler's eyes, their father falls. The brothers stand frozen in grief as the fire burns behind them. By morning, the flames have died down. The forest is silent. Patchy and Scowler are alone. Soon, they encounter Major, who, after Bulldust's death, has now become the leader of the herd. In the distance, Patchy spots Juniper. His heart lifts. He begins following her, and Scowler quickly realizes what's going on, teasing him silently. As the wind blows through the valley, air whistles through the hole in Patchy's frill, creating a strange, soft sound. Juniper notices, and instead of laughing, she likes it. But once again, her mother pulls her away. The migration south continues. Unbeknownst to them, the most dangerous predator of their world is watching: Gorgosaurus. Massive carnivores with powerful jaws, small forearms, and an endless hunger. The predators begin coordinating an attack, surrounding the Pachyrhinosaurus herd from all sides. Panic erupts. The herd runs, but the Gorgosaurus are clever, separating the weakest and youngest from the group. Patchy, Scowler, Juniper, the three are cut off. As they flee, Juniper slips into rushing water and begins to drown. Patchy and Scowler lose their footing too, and all three are swept away by the current, far from their herd. Patchy loses consciousness, but Alex brings him back. When Patchy opens his eyes, he sees Scowler and Juniper. Juniper is injured, her leg is sprained, and she can barely walk. "I'm so hungry," she admits. "I haven't eaten since yesterday." Patchy nods. "Me too." Suddenly, the ground begins to shake. A massive herd of Edmontosaurus is passing by. Patchy realizes they must be heading toward food, so the three follow them. But Juniper can't move fast because of her injured leg. Patchy stays with her. Scowler doesn't. He moves ahead with the Edmontosaurus, choosing survival over loyalty. As night approaches and waves crash harder against the shore, Juniper grows tired. Patchy urges her to keep moving. Crabs begin crawling toward them, snapping and surrounding them. Patchy and Alex work together to scare them away. Then, flying reptiles swoop down from above. Patchy and Juniper freeze in fear, but the creatures are only hunting the crabs, not them. The journey continues through dark forest paths. They're exhausted, frightened. Suddenly, a pair of Chirostenotes begins harassing them. This time, Patchy doesn't run. He stands his ground. Using courage he didn't know he had, he drives them away. For the first time, he feels stronger. They move forward and pause beneath a breathtaking prehistoric sky. For a moment, there is peace. Then, in the distance, they see it. Their herds, alive, safe. Relief washes over them. They rush forward joyfully and reunite. Time passes, months go by, and finally, the sun rises again over a brighter world. Winter has ended, light fills the land. The long, cold season is over, and now, once again, the dinosaurs begin their journey back north. Major calls out to the herd, signaling it's time to return north, and so the Great Migration continues, year after year. South for survival, north for renewal. Seasons pass. Patchy grows into a full adult. The hole in his frill becomes larger, no longer a weakness, but a mark of who he is. One day, Alex nudges him. "It's time," he says. "Headbutting season has begun. You should tell Juniper how you feel." Patchy sighs. "I hate this season," he replies. All the adults go crazy, growling, smashing their heads together. Still, he walks toward Juniper. She tells him that Major has issued a challenge. Whoever defeats him in combat will become the new leader of the herd. Patchy hesitates. Major is enormous. I could never beat him, but suddenly, Scowler steps forward. He has grown massive, powerful, and in a brutal clash, Scowler defeats Major, claiming leadership of the herd. Patchy congratulates him, proud of his brother, but Scowler's response is cold. "I'm not your brother anymore. I'm your leader, and you will obey me." Then he separates Patchy from Juniper. The migration begins again, but Scowler, eager to prove himself, leads the herd in a different direction, toward a frozen lake. They begin crossing the ice, but the weight of the herd causes cracks to spread across the surface. The ice begins breaking. Scowler yells at everyone to move faster, but Patchy realizes the truth. If we keep going, we'll drown. He calls the herd back, guiding them carefully toward the safer edge. Because of him, the entire herd survives. From that moment on, Patchy leads them confidently, clearing trees, guiding the path forward like a true protector. Scowler burns with jealousy. Seeing the herd trust Patchy enrages him. "I'll find you soon," Scowler warns, "and I'll teach you what happens when you break the rules." But Patchy keeps walking. Later, deep in the forest, Scowler confronts him. "This ends now," he growls. Patchy doesn't want to fight, but Scowler accuses him. "You stole my herd. You stole my friend. Now you'll pay." Patchy answers calmly, "You can have the herd back, but Juniper stays with me." and the battle begins. Scowler is stronger. Patchy is overpowered, thrown violently and pinned beneath a fallen tree. Scowler banishes him from the herd and marches away. Juniper tries to help Patchy, but Scowler stops her. Patchy lies there all day, unconscious. That night, Alex returns. He tries to wake him, but Patchy feels defeated. Then scavenger dinosaurs begin approaching. Alex urges him to get up. "I deserve this," Patchy whispers. "I thought I could defeat Scowler. Stay with Juniper." More scavengers close in. Alex's voice grows firm. "If you're going to die, die with purpose. Like your father did. He died protecting you. But you need to live. For Juniper." Those words strike deep. Patchy remembers his father, the fire, the sacrifice, and something inside him ignites. He rises. With renewed strength, he drives the scavengers away. Then he begins walking. Within hours, he finds the herd again, and there, he sees her, Juniper. Their eyes meet. They walk toward each other, and finally, Patchy tells her how he feels. But suddenly, the herd erupts in panic. They've entered Gorgosaurus territory. Chaos explodes. Patchy sees Scowler locked in combat with a massive Gorgosaurus and losing. "Leave!" Scowler shouts at Patchy. "Take the herd and go!" "We're brothers," Patchy answers. "You have to lead them away. Protect the herd!" More Gorgosaurus are closing in, and in that moment, Patchy remembers the day his father stood alone against death, the sacrifice, the courage, the meaning of leadership, and this time, Patchy doesn't run. He charges, leading the entire herd straight at the predators. Two giants, two forces of survival, colliding in a thunderous battle for family, for love, for legacy. Patchy charges straight at the Gorgosaurus leader. The predator is enormous, brutal, battle-hardened. At first, Patchy struggles. The Gorgosaurus is simply stronger, but then fate intervenes. The predator's forearm gets lodged inside the hole in Patchy's frill. For a split second, it's stuck, and Patchy seizes the moment. With a surge of strength, he twists violently. Crack! The Gorgosaurus's arm snaps. The predator roars in agony. Patchy doesn't stop. He slams his head forward again and again, driving into the massive carnivore with unstoppable force. Teeth shatter. One by one, they break, and among them is a single tooth. The very same tooth that, millions of years later, would end up in Ricky's hands. Seeing their leader wounded, the rest of the Gorgosaurus retreat. And now, united and fearless, Patchy's entire herd charges forward, driving the predators away for good. The battle is over. Scowler stands in shock. The brother he once doubted just saved his life, and in that moment, without a fight, without a challenge, Patchy becomes the true leader of the herd. Not because he was the biggest, not because he was the strongest, but because he chose courage over fear. Years pass. Peace returns. Patchy and Juniper now stand side by side, and soon they have eggs of their own. Patchy waits patiently, watching over them. Then, a crack. One tiny hatchling breaks free. Small, fragile, adorable. Alex swoops down beside them, smiling. "I think I'll call him Alex," he jokes. "After me." The cycle continues. Life moves forward, and as Alex rises into the sky, he tells us, even if Patchy's story has been lost to time, there is still proof of that day. The day a Pachyrhinosaurus head collided with the jaws of a Gorgosaurus. Cut back to the present. Ricky walks toward his uncle Jake and Jade. They've uncovered a Gorgosaurus fossil, slowly, carefully. Ricky places the fossilized tooth back into the predator's jaw. It fits perfectly. The same broken tooth, the same battle, the same moment frozen in time. Ricky looks up at the sky, and for just a second, he sees Alex soaring overhead, and now he understands. Every fossil has a story, and some stories are worth remembering.